Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a topic that unfortunately affects too many students: how to navigate abuse in academia. From passive aggressiveness to more severe forms of mistreatment like racism and sexual harassment, it's a serious issue that demands attention. In this video, I'll walk you through practical steps to prepare for and respond to abuse, ensuring you're equipped to tackle this challenge head on. Picture this: you're knee-deep in your work and suddenly accusations fly your way. It's your word against theirs. And that's where the magic of documentation comes into play. If you're a PhD student like me, you know that experiments and research can be time-consuming, and sometimes the results don't quite match the effort you've poured in. So, start your project by getting yourself a trusty notebook from day one. Begin by noting the time you start and finish your work or study sessions. This helps create a clear picture of your dedication and effort. Throughout the day, keep track of the tasks you're working on, noting the time you begin and end each one. This not only showcases your commitment, but also adds transparency to your efforts. Also, don't forget to mention where you're working. It can be in the lab, library, or at home. This adds another layer of transparency to your efforts. Finally, be as detailed as possible. Record any errors, issues, or repeats in your experiments. This not only helps you keep track of your progress, but also shows your dedication to improving your work. Consider this journal your best friend, always by your side. Now, let's talk about something equally crucial: your work habits. Alongside keeping records, it's vital to maintain good ethics in your academic journey. And by that, I mean the basics. Don't promise what you can't deliver, keep timelines realistic, show up in time for meetings, stay consistent with your work, and steer clear of any harmful office antics like gossip. Always keep your goals in mind. This is the reason you are here. Third, in this line of work, communication is key. It's vital to ensure your supervisors and collaborators are updated on your progress, how resources are used, and that everyone is on the same page. But it's not just about communication, it's about accountability too. And this ties back to our first point, the power of documentation. After every important meeting, send a follow-up email summarizing the discussion. This isn't just good practice for making sure everyone is on the same page. It's a diplomatic way to keep everyone accountable and build a solid record that holds up against misunderstandings. Last, respect your boundaries. It's essential to establish clear limits that define what you're comfortable with and what you're not. When situations arise that push these limits and make you feel uncomfortable, it's important to express your feelings politely and firmly. Let's say your supervisor consistently makes personal remarks that make you uncomfortable. Address it directly but professionally. Say, I value our working relationship, but I'd appreciate if we could keep our discussions focused on the work tasks. Personal comments make me uncomfortable. Letting others know when they've crossed a line helps maintain a respectful environment. And, as a smart precaution, always keep a record of such instances to ensure your well-being. Now, let's shift our focus to what to do if you find yourself experiencing active abuse. The holy grail of navigating this difficult situation is simple: documentation. Keep a record of every unprofessional email with date stamps and any inappropriate behavior, even if it occurs behind closed doors. Stick to bullet points with dates, just the facts, and keep emotions out of it. I'm sure you're sick of me saying the word documentation by now. But this way, if the abuse escalates and you need to involve HR, you'll have a fact-based document proving consistent inappropriate behavior. For PhD and grad students, There's another step before HR, your progression panel, academics or tutors. They're like academic mentors who help you with your project, make sure you have what you need, and ensure you're making progress. If you face problems, these folks can be a helpful resource. For example, if you're worried about your PhD supervisor's behavior, they can point you in the right direction. Maybe they'll suggest talking to the postgraduate research director for your department or faculty, who can offer a valuable assistance. Regardless of whether you have support from these progression panel members, if the abuse continues, it's time to take things to the next level by reporting it to HR and higher management. Let's imagine you've reached out to your PhD progression panel, postgraduate directors, and HR. Now, two possible scenarios may unfold. In the first scenario, you received the outcome you desired. Perhaps the individual causing harm is removed from your supervision or instructed not to interact with you. In this case, it's crucial to shift your focus to healing and your studies. But what if things take a turn for the worse? In the second scenario, despite your efforts, the outcome doesn't align with your expectations. Maybe the abuser's reputation influences the complaint's outcome, and now you have a vengeful supervisor making your life difficult. In this challenging situation, remember the importance of documentation. Each time an unprofessional incident occurs, email HR or the postgraduate research directors, or both, with the facts and timestamps. It's essential to advocate for yourself, no matter how difficult it may seem. This is the time to prioritize your well-being, studies, and safety. While it's tough, remember that not fighting back can lead to even worse consequences, such as losing your PhD. So keep fighting. If the problems persist, the university will be compelled to take action against the abusive academic. Continue to document everything. And always remember, you are not alone. There are steps you can take to address the situation, and there are people ready to assist you along the way. It's essential to recognize that you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and there are resources available to support you in successfully completing your studies. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this information useful, please hit that like and subscribe buttons. Got questions? Share them below, and don't forget to share this with someone who might need it. Thanks, and see you next time!